All right, Shalom Akim, Shalom, Shalom. This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Come with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, this be edifying to the Lord's elect. All right. And before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all our praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ruchak Wadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands, and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. To you Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations. But your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. All right? I want to say peace and blessings to you all. Barakatham. So I want to get this started in the book of Job, because we're about to go in, we're about to get into some serious escalation coming on here. You know what I'm saying? And this devil is looking more and more like a damn fool as the days go by. You know what I'm saying? As the days are winding down, you know what I'm saying, towards the end of this thing. All right, these devils are not, they're not being shown in a good light. Okay, so this is Job chapter 12 and verse 16, right? It reads, with him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. Okay? So I'm gonna let you listen to this video, and you know what I'm saying, we're just gonna close it out. You know, not gonna make this too long. Bear with me. Salaki.
Nobody in the Pentagon said, hey, we can't do this. Because if they close the Strait of Hormuz, there's no way we're going to be able to stop them from unclosing it.
Everybody in the Pentagon said that.
Yeah. Then why did we do it?
Because Pete Hegseth came in and said, we won't have to do that. The Israelis have told me that they're going to kill Khamenei on day one. We're going to come in with the most massive air power ever seen. It's because we wanted to hit 1,000 points on the ground a day for a period of time to create the impression of American invincibility. And the Iranians quit. And that way we don't have to do any of this. Just so you understand, one of those 1,000 points was a girls' school that should never have been struck.
Yeah, I know.
We struck hospitals, the whole thing. This is the most criminally minded war plan in the history of war plans.
Is it criminal or stupid or both?
Criminal. When you're the Secretary of Defense and you're required by, we have a Law of Warfare Act. If you violate the Geneva Conventions grossly, there's a death penalty. Hegseth came in and said, I'm doing away with all the rules. I'm disbanding that unit. We're going to disregard the Law of Warfare Manual. We want increased lethality. And so when he said we're going to put 1,000 bombs on 1,000 targets a day, he was saying, I don't care what you kill. We kill things and break things, he said. That's what we do. There was intent, criminal intent from the very start. So this was criminal and incompetent. What I don't understand is why the JCS didn't resign en masse. This is a leadership failure on the part of the most senior military officers. And now they're in a situation where they're going to have to try and do something they know they can't do. If we send Marines across the beach and they die, people need to go to jail.
And there you have it. And there you have it, man.
This is a leadership failure.
Unbelievable. All right, this is an unbelievable display of incompetence at the highest level. You see what I'm saying? And like Scott Ritter said, you know what I'm saying? They know. They knew. You see what I'm saying? This is criminal. They knew this. They knew that this was going to be the outcome. You know what I'm saying? All right. The generals were telling them, listen, don't do this. Don't do this. It's going to result in the most devastating, dramatic decline of this empire. You see what I'm saying? All right, it's going to go down badly. You see what I'm saying? generals was saying this. General Kane, all right, had publicly went out on the in the mainstream media and was trying his best to distance himself from this war when it began, right before it began. You know what I'm saying? And the one of the executive officers of Homeland terrorist uh, terrorist department, you know what I'm saying? He just quit. You know what I'm saying? He resigned. You know what I'm saying? Don't know why Tulsi Gabbard didn't resign as well. You know what I'm saying? This is only going to reflect horribly on her part. But in any case, you know what I'm saying? This just shows, it goes to show you that there's no wisdom left in Taman, man. Let's get that. Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh Tazabawath, is wisdom no more in Taman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. You see what I'm saying? And that time of the visitation is here, man. It's close at hand. You see what I'm saying? And there's no getting up out of this. There's no escape. All right, the Lord has closed up all windows of escape out of this conflict, out of this you know what I'm saying, this catastrophe that's looming. You see what I'm saying? They can only keep the gas prices as low as they can for as long as they can until a certain point. You see what I'm saying? They won't be able to keep doing this. They won't be able to keep this up for forever. You know what I'm saying? All they're trying to do is patch up the gash, you know what I'm saying, the leaking wound, you know what I'm saying, that's literally fatal. This is a fatal wound. And they're trying to patch it up. You can't patch this up, man. You're losing too much blood. You see what I'm saying? $1 billion lost a day per day with this conflict. You see what I'm saying? They brought the boots on the ground. They're holding funerals and making sure that those attending are not able to leave are not able to record, are not able to take pictures or anything like that, man. It's classified. Why are they classifying this? It's because there's too many bodies, man. You see what I'm saying? Like I told you at the very beginning of this conflict, there was well over 100 to 200 to 500 casualties, and they was telling you that there was no more than 6 casualties, nigga. Are you serious? You see what I'm saying? And that was just in week 1. That was just in the first week. You see what I'm saying? Iran is not hiding any of their casualty numbers. They're being honest and truthful and transparent with their own citizens, and they're also showing the casualty numbers of what they've counted on our side. And it is well over 3,000. 3,000. And they can't let this type of information get out there in the public. They can't do that. You see what I'm saying? Because if they did, they know that there is no support. There's already no support for this war. If they show these kind of numbers to a people who already didn't want this war in the first place, you know damn well they ain't going to get no draft going. You see what I'm saying? Here's the thing, and it's because we know that a Black Swan event's going to happen. We know that a FF event is going to happen, man. You see what I'm saying? But the problem that they're having is that the veil that they had, you know what I'm saying, this witchcraft that they've had over the population is not as strong as it once was. The last time they was able to do this was back in 9/11. That was the last time they was able to pull this stunt. You see what I'm saying? If they go about this same tactic this time around, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. They're gonna have to get rid of this internet for real, man. Completely. Without question. They're gonna have to get rid of this internet once and for all. You see what I'm saying? Implement this social credit score and all types of shit, man. Ain't gonna be no elections coming soon. You see what I'm saying? Those days are over. You see? Those days are over, man. They're not gonna allow this whole system. Now the system is being destroyed right in front of your eyes. Right? Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. All right, his seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not, man. The dude, the director of the FBI, all right, Kash Patel. Dude just got hacked. His email accounts just got hacked. Now they have access to all of those files and all that classified information. Okay. And they're sitting on that. They're sitting on all that information. They're sitting on all that data. Okay. All this stuff that they've had, you know what I'm saying, buried from the public's eye. It's no telling what Iran's going to do with that. There's no telling what these hackers, okay, these Iranian hackers will do with that type shit, man. There's no way. There's no way. No way of knowing. Very soon, something big is going to take place, all right? And it's going to catch these Americans, these modern-day Babylonians completely off guard. And they're not going to know what to do with themselves. You see what I'm saying? The only thing they're going to know how to do is riot. The only thing they're going to know to do, all right, whatever's left to them, to their power, is to riot, is to cause sedition, man. You see what I'm saying? Go against their government. Let's go to 2nd Esdras. All right, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 15. And verse 15, it reads, For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Very soon, they're not going to care about what their elected officials are saying anymore. You see? They're not going to give a shit anymore. All right? Because they all said no more wars. And here it is, this guy is bringing them straight directly into World War III. You see? Let's take this back, man.
Nobody in the Pentagon said, hey, we can't do this. Because if they close the Strait of Hormuz, there's no way we're going to be able to stop them from unclosing it.
Everybody in the Pentagon said that.
Yeah. Then why did we do it?
Because Pete Hegseth came in and said, we won't have to do that. The Israelis have told me that they're going to kill Khamenei on day one. We're going to come in with the most massive air power ever seen. It's because we wanted to hit 1,000 points on the ground a day for a period of time to create the impression of American invincibility. And the Iranians quit. And that way we don't have to do any of this. Just so you understand, one of those 1,000 points was at girls' school.
Take this back.
Just so you...
Look at this. All right, we got Bahrain, we got Qatar, we got UAE. All right, Kuwait, Iraq, you have Jordan, you have Saudi Arabia, Yemen. Okay, all of these nations, man, all of these nations are going to jointly turn against this whore. Okay, and this whole debacle, as you can clearly see, that's happening right before your eyes. it's going to cause all of America's allies in the West to turn against her. All NATO countries. They're already seeing that America is treacherous. They're already seeing that America, if they wish, they will go and seek to take territories. You see what I'm saying, in Iceland, all right, in Denmark. Oh, I'm sorry, Iceland, Greenland, all right, Greenland. You know what I'm saying? Denmark is having to defend against this whore. You know what I'm saying? The beast is hating her. The beast is actively hating this whore. Prophecy is playing out, man. You can't be ignorant to these things, man. The time is happening. The time is now, man. Continue.
Understand, one of those 1,000 points was a girls' school that should never have been struck.
Yeah, I know.
We struck hospitals, the whole thing. This is the most criminally minded war plan in the history of war plans.
Is it criminal or stupid or both?
Criminal. When you're the Secretary of Defense and you're required by, we have a Law of Warfare Act. If you violate the Geneva Conventions grossly, there's a death penalty. Hegseth came in and said, I'm doing away with all the rules. I'm disbanding that unit. We're going to disregard the Law of Warfare Manual. We want increased lethality. And so when he said we're going to put 1,000 bombs on 1,000 targets a day, he was saying, I don't care what you kill. We kill things and break things, he said. That's what we do. There was intent, criminal intent from the very start. So this was criminal and incompetent. What I don't understand is why the JCS didn't resign en masse. This is a leadership failure on the part of the most senior military officers. And now they're in a situation where they're going to have to try and do something they know they can't do. If we send Marines across the beach and they die, people need to go to jail.
This is Isaiah chapter 14, because what he said, what Pete Hegseth was saying was that we go and we break people's shit. We go and we destroy things. We go and we cause havoc. We cause havoc. We go and we destroy. We destroy and we destroy. What does the Lord say? The Lord said, the thief cometh not but to steal and to kill and to destroy. You see what I'm saying? That fits Esau, Edom to the T. You see? Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 7. Verse 6, it says, he who... let me go up. All right, Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 4, it says, thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruleth the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth. You see what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. The pieces are in place. The dominoes are falling. You see, it's only a matter of time before this empire meets its end, man. We almost out of here. So I'm going to cut that there. I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. This has been your brothers, Chaya Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruchak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.